Hello. Okay. So I am especially nervous to make this video because I have never made a video without anything on my skin. I have complete bare skin right now and it's a little nerve-wracking for me. So deep breath. And the reason I wanted to do this is because I get messages all the time from you ladies saying, what do you do to make your skin so perfect? How is your skin so great? Good lighting is the key, and good makeup, those two things. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Right now I'm in front of a well-lit window. You can't see probably, you can see some of the flaws, but ladies, you have no idea the shape my skin is in. So let me just kind of lower my shade. Oh. Okay, making it a little darker in here. Can you see everything I have going on? It's not pretty. I'm raising it back up because I don't even like to look at it. I have acne scarring from when I was younger. I have melasma, which is also known as the mask of pregnancy. It can be due to pregnancy. It can also be due to birth control. Any exposure to the sun can make it worse, so I cannot expose myself in the sun at all whatsoever. Sorry about that. I have a 1-year-old that's not very happy. Okay, so what I wanted to do today is show you guys my makeup routine. Before I do that, I'm going to also tell you that I'm actually going to the doctor very soon to get a chemical peel and have them take a look at me and see what other things they can do to help with the acne scarring. And I want to keep it real, so I will be sure to let you all know how that goes and possibly show you before and after. I'm very excited about it, and so fingers crossed that I can get some improvement for my skin. A lot of us moms, women, we suffer from all kinds of things, just sun exposure, and if you have melasma, you know how not pretty it is. I've got the darkness around my lip area. You can see right here, and this huge spot on my forehead. I mean, it's just not pretty. All this unevenness going on. It's just my entire face is uneven and blotchy, and then this is an actual sunspot here, so I'm hoping that will be gone as well. So I'm keeping it real. This is things I always try to hide. And so here we go. Here you have it. This is me. All right, enough of that. So what I want to do today is I want to show you guys one of my favorite things. I either use the tanning spray or I use the bronzing lotion, which this is the wash away lotion. By the way, this is located under body on my website, and then click on moisturizer. This is not the tanning lotion, okay? A lot of people get that confused. They look the same, but this is the body bronzer, and you can use it on your face, and it is listed as a moisturizer. If I use this, I just do a teeny tiny little amount, like a pea size amount, but today I'm actually going to use the spray tan. So it comes in this bottle, and I'm just going to spray it just like that, just like water, okay? After I've done that, I'm going to take my powder puff brush and I just buff it in a circular motion, just like I do my foundation. This is going to put it even all over my skin. All right, and it feels just like water, so it's completely weightless. You don't feel anything. I'm going to give that just a second to dry, and I will be right back and we'll do the foundation. Okay, so it's been about 3-4 minutes I've let that dry. And the one thing I forgot to tell you all about the body bronzer is that this is also like makeup for your skin, which is why I like to use it on my face as well. It does help to camouflage and even out all of this unevenness that I have. So I just kind of interchange, because when I use the spray, it'll last me, the color will stay about 2, maybe 3 days, but I exfoliate pretty hard every night. So every 3rd day or so is when I use this. If if my skin is too light and it's not matching the rest of me, then if I don't use the spray, I'll use this. And of course, like I said, it washes away at night. All right, so right now I'm going to use Chiffon. So always with your liquid foundation, I'm using the Touch Liquid Foundation. And make sure that you shake it really, really, really well. I usually shake it and then I go ahead and squeeze any excess out of the dropper, put my lid on, and I just shake it some more. Now, another thing about the liquid foundation is the viscosity can change. This particular chiffon that I have is a lot thinner than the chiffon I was using before. So don't let that alarm you. The coverage should still be the same. You can see how watery this is. And I'm about to put it on my hand here in just a second, but that drips out. It's not very thick at all. If you saw my foundation video, the one that I did in November, I put the foundation directly on the end of my powder puff brush. And yes, I do usually use the powder puff. I also have the liquid foundation brush. I use it occasionally. I personally prefer the powder puff. That's just personal preference. They're both great brushes. However, this is made from real hair, so I want to tell you, I do not recommend that you place the foundation on the end of the brush like I did in my foundation video back in November. Instead, I want you to take your dropper and put the drops on the top of the back of your hand, okay? So I'm just going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to do 6 right here. I may need more only because this particular foundation is a bit thinner. All right, so see what I'm doing? I'm dabbing it onto my brush and I'm dabbing it onto my face. I'm just going to go all the way over my face. And I am going to get probably about 2 more drops here, just because it is a little bit thinner. So you just dab it all over, and then you're going to buff it in a circular motion. Also, if you have a special event and you're really needing some extra coverage, what you can do is take your, where is mine? Your cream foundation, and you can do a very light layer of this. Just apply it with the sponge. Ooh, and I totally forgot my primer. I can't believe I forgot it, by the way. Always, always, always put your primer on first. Always. I do spray, then primer, or if I'm doing this, I do primer, then this, okay? Totally forgot. But anyway, you can do a thin layer of this, of your cream foundation in the compact, and then do your liquid on top. And that will give you even more coverage if you have, like I said, a special event. Or if you have crazy skin like mine. I do that a lot, just on the days that my skin is especially crazy. All right. Also, with this brush, it does shed some. That is because it is made from natural hair. It's not synthetic. If that bugs you, keep a clean brush, and all you do, just wipe it away. It's not a big deal. If that bugs you still and you don't want to have to do that, then use the liquid foundation brush, and that's not going to bother you because it does not shed. It's made from synthetic hair. All right, so let me come in. You can already see how much better that has covered, okay? Now, however, I still have some stuff going on because my skin is so even. This right here is a lifesaver, my concealer and my concealer brush. This brush, by the way, I think it's only $12. You have to have this brush in your makeup bag. It is absolutely important. And the reason why is because when you use your finger to dab concealer on, you'll notice that it sticks more to your finger, especially if you're trying to cover a blemish. This brush keeps the concealer onto your skin and allows you to cover the area that you're trying to cover. Obviously, I'm trying to cover this and all this up here and just some other little spots that I have. What I do is take the tiniest amount, and that's actually too much. I usually use it for under my brow area too, so that's about how much I get. And I just take my brush, dab it in there, and I'm going to cover those areas that I want concealed. For this spot up here, it's almost like the shape of a birthmark, so I just kind of dab the concealer all over that area. And I'm telling you, this brush, gotta have this brush. This brush literally goes everywhere with me. I do not apply concealer without the concealer brush, ever. It is really, really a tiny investment. It's one of my favorite brushes, and it's one that I do not live without. All right, so I'm just dabbing those areas that I want to conceal, and I hear my 1-year-old coming, so I better hurry. All right, now the last thing I'm going to do is, if I can find it, my Chiffon powder foundation. I have to have full coverage. This gives me really good coverage. However, with this and the concealer, to set my makeup and for me to feel finished, I have to use my powder. So I'm just going to use the sponge that comes with it. I'll be right back. Let me go get my little one to play while I'm doing this. All right, so I'm just taking the sponge and I'm going to dab all over. I don't rub, because if I rub, it can rub away the foundation. Especially since I didn't put primer on. Primer does hold it in place really great, and it sets your face for a nice smooth canvas. Always want to use the Glorious primer. Where is mine, by the way? I just got back from vacation. It's probably, I took 2 bags full of makeup. It's in one of my bags, but it goes everywhere with me too. Okay, now a lot of ladies do concealer under their eyes. I do it sometimes. I don't do it always because I have oily skin, and I notice that it kind of, and I'll be 37 this year. I'm gonna be real. Let's just be real. So I have, you know, stuff going on under there, and it kind of gets into the lines under my eyes, and I really don't like to showcase that. So there is my powder. My face is done. So much better. Doesn't that look so much better? It covered up my sunspot so much nicely, is that the right word? Nicer. And then this area on my forehead looks so much better. Everything just looks so much better. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish off my face, and then I'll come back and show you my finished look. Okay, and I'm back. So here's the finished look. Everything is finished now, and this is usually how you all see me. And I'll make sure and list all the products that I'm wearing below. I did a little bit of Palette One, did some Ritzy and some Posh, did some Stunning, did a little bit of the Sculpting kit. I think that's all. I don't know. I'll list it all below for you, and I'll put my website as well. But I just wanted to tell you all, for those of you that don't know me, like really know me, making this video is a huge deal for me. I couldn't have done this 2 years ago. People just don't see me without anything on my skin, because it is a huge insecurity of mine. And I feel like I can stand here today, 2 years later, over 2 years later, being with the company, and show you guys me and tell you this just because the personal growth I have experienced by being a part of this company has been tremendous, and it has allowed me to step out of my shell and just really embrace myself. And it's been wonderful to be able to have other women relate to me, because I know that I'm not the only person that struggles with skin issues. I'm not the only person that struggles with a lot of the same things that a lot of you do. So it's not always perfect. You know, when you see the package on the outside with the makeup and everything, it doesn't mean that there aren't issues underneath. And I have plenty if I were to take the makeup off, and you guys saw that in the beginning. So thank you for letting me feel comfortable with you, and thank you for letting me open up to you and just share that with you. I feel a little relieved and very empowered and super brave right now. I'm very proud of myself for doing that. And I know some of you are like, what's the big deal? You know, I go around without makeup all the time, but you might, but I don't. So this is a huge deal for me. And being a part of Unique has allowed me to work on myself in that way. So I look forward to being a little more vulnerable with all of you. But anyway, I'll have everything listed below. And this is my website, by the way. It is bettermascara.com. If you do not have a presenter, you can visit my website. I will have it linked below. I'll also link below who makes all of my fabulous t-shirts, Miss Tiffany. She does all those for me, and I get messages all the time from you guys wanting to know who makes those. So I'll make sure and include that. Please comment below if you have any questions, and I'll make sure and answer them for you. And I hope you have a wonderful, blessed day.